two receivers to the right, one to the left. Handoff is up the middle. Power play. Dorian Maddox, and he's going to get 6-7 on the play. Gilman with a personnel change here. 3 new receivers and a new fullback in the game. Changing balls here, trying to get a dry ball in. Loyola's in a 4-3 with one high safety option. Kyle Loxley's going to keep it. He just may score here. Not quite. Gets down to the 4. There is a flag on the field around the 25-yard line. There's also an injured Loyola player on the field, number 66, Mark Burnham, the middle linebacker. So we hope he's okay. And we'll wait to see what the penalty is. They may have already signaled it, but I had my head down looking at the roster. So we'll see. It appears to be against Gilman, though. Everybody's come back to this side of the field. So Mark is up on his feet, which is good news. Looks like maybe an ankle or a knee, the way he's sort of hobbling off, but hopefully it's something he can walk off and get back in the game later. The penalty, and again, I don't know what the penalty was. I missed that. At the moment, the ball is being held by an official at the first down marker. I don't know if he's going to leave it there or move it back. Only time will tell. I guess he's holding it that way to keep it dry. So I guess the line of scrimmage is at the first down marker. That'll make it 2nd and 10. They seem to be changing the balls out a lot. It's not raining particularly hard right now. I guess the grass is wet. Same formation. Gilman's run this formation all 4 plays so far. Roberts in motion into the backfield. Fake handoff. Option. Same play they just ran, and they're going to have just as much success. This could be a touchdown. Nope. He is pushed out of bounds by the safety. He, being Kyle Loxley, is pushed out of bounds by actually a corner, Isaiah Hayes, at the 10-yard line. So 1st and 10 from about the 11. They flipped it over, 2 receivers to the left. The handoff is to, who is that? Oh, that's Antonio Dupree. I apologize. Dupree's in the game for Maddox. No gain on the play. In fact, lost 2 on the play. Different formation now for the Hounds in an unbalanced line, heavy to the left. The fake is to Roberts. Loxley lowers his shoulder at the middle. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 7. Same formation, unbalanced line here. Very heavy to the left. Roberts in motion. The hand is to Roberts. It's a speed sweep. He's got the corner. He's got an excellent block from the running back, but gets upended rather violently by the corner.
On the carry for Gilman, number 5.
And that will bring up 4th and 2 from the 3-yard line. So obviously this would be an easy field goal if they wanted to put points on the board, but I have a feeling that they're going to try to go for 6. Loyola has called a timeout to talk about this, and we'll see what happens, but I do not expect Gilman to send out the field goal team.
Gilman's ball, 4th and 1.
Rather, I would expect them to maybe put in a heavy lineup. Some big boys in the backfield go under center and run off tackle. right, we're back from timeout. Gilman's going to stay in a shotgun. They do have Ellison Jordan in at a fullback tight end position. New formation this time. Pass heavy to the right. Run heavy to the left for Gilman. They go with the hard count. Looks like Loyola jumps off sides. That'll get them a yard closer to the first down. That's a half the distance to the goal line kind of penalty. Oh, interesting. They gave him the first down. Boy, it seems like if the first down marker was at the 1 and they were on like the 3.5, half the distance would not give them a first down, but it did. I'm not a math guy. Under center now, Loxley, quarterback sneak, and he is up and over and into the end zone. So with 9:05, a little less than 3 minutes off the clock, Gilman drives down the field, 60-yard drive to score to make the score 6-0 Gilman. And they rolled rather smoothly down the field. In fact, they didn't face a third down until they were inside the 10-yard line. Big chunks of yardage on each play. Alex Cohill on to attempt. TJ Also with the hold. Jake Goodwin with the snap. Good snap, good hold, good kick. 7-0 Gilman.
An extra point is good by number 27, Alex Cohill.
So an impressive drive for Gilman to start the game. No passes were thrown. All running plays, and they basically move the ball at will. So it'll be interesting to see how Loyola adjusts on defense next time if they try to load up the box a little bit more, bring the safeties down. They're going to have to do something because if they sit back in their 4-3 defense like that, the way they played it last time, they will continue to be gashed, it would seem. So Gilman's going to kick off. Cohill will have the kickoff duties. Loyola has number 6, Will D'Angelo, back to receive.
Number 84, Dana Young.
And number 84,
27, Alex Cohill.
Dana Young. Okay. Cohill set to kick off. Whistle's blown. Ball's in the air. Deep left. It's going to be caught on about the 4-yard line. A great kick. Coverage is down, and he's going to be stopped at the 22-yard line. Several Gilman players in on the tackle. Looks like, though, it was number 17, Amanzi Udabioa. I should know how to say Amanzi's last name. I taught him last year. Great kid and a good football player. Okay, Loyola's going to come out. Empty backfield. Shotgun, quarterback's alone back there. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Motion, not going to throw it. Nice little pass to the tight end there. Zipped it in for about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Number 88, John Staub.
Let's see if they stay in this formation. I can tell you as a former quarterback myself, empty backfield is the greatest formation in football. And I know Gilman tight ends coach Rick Bowie, also a former quarterback, one that I coached, in fact, at the Gilman School, would agree with me. Yeah, they're going to stay in empty, same formation. They've got a fullback sort of to one side, tight end to the other. Okay, they run in the motion. Quarterback run right up the middle. He's going to get a first down before he's tackled by John Fitzgerald and Kasim Hill. So 1st and 10 for the Don. They've managed to move the ball out almost 15 yards from where they received the kick. 1st and 10 from the Loyola 36, 37-yard line. Same formation. Still empty. Let's see if they put the receiver in motion the same way they have. They have. Wonder if they'll ever hand them the ball. They do. And that is just swallowed up. Ellison Jordan's in there like he always is. John Fitzgerald is in there. Devery Hamilton, Dorian Maddox, all involved in that tackle. Loss of 1 on the play.
Loyola number 19, Kenny Lewis. Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 from the 35. They're going to stick with the same formation. They've just flipped it over to the – well, I apologize. There's a running back pistol formation here behind the quarterback. 3 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Motion again. Going to throw the ball, a little slant route to the top, and nice coverage by Amir Barber. Gets a hand in there. He read the route well. Came over the top of the receiver, got a hand in and knocked it down. That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Dons. 3rd and 11 here. For Gilman, you're thinking pass again, obviously. We'll see what they do here. Back to the empty backfield is Loyola. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Got a little, I guess that was a curl with an out underneath it, and the quarterback threw it a little bit early. It was well defended. Alonzo Mayo there in coverage. I think Robert Branch was there in coverage. Congratulations to Alonzo Mayo, by the way, committed to Northwestern University this week. Fantastic school. Also happens to be having a very good year football-wise in the Big Ten. Alonzo, as many of you know, will be joining Jelani Roberts. Both of them have accepted scholarships to Northwestern University, which is fantastic. They're both great kids, great students, and great football players.
Attention Gilman football alumni. Catch up with former teammates and learn more about Gilman's outstanding football program at a dinner immediately following today's game. Andy Nelson's Barbecue in the Lumen Center Dining Hall. Pre-registration is not necessary. Please just stop on by.
So after the punt, Gilman will have the ball at the 30-yard line. Left hash. Same personnel group for the Hounds as last time. 2 running backs. Well, never mind. Okay, sweep to Roberts, speed sweep off the motion. Looks like he's going to get about 4 or 5 there. I take back what I said about the formation. That was the unbalanced formation.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd and 5.
I'm losing my mind. I can't see anything. Okay. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield. Roberts in motion. The handoff is to Dorian Maddox. Lowers his shoulder. Gets 3 yards on the play. Bring up 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4. Gilman is quick to huddle. They are on the ball as soon as it's ready for play, not allowing Loyola to get lined up or change defenses. Loyola walked 2 linebackers up into the A-gaps, showing blitz, but there's a false start on Gilman. Couldn't see who jumped, but it's going to put Gilman in a much less manageable situation. 3rd and 3 to 3rd and 8. Let's see if they attempt their first pass of the game. They haven't had to so far, but offensive coordinator Chris Basha may feel that this situation warrants the forward pass. Okay. Fitzgerald and Roberts are your receivers to the bottom of the screen. Corey Stevens at the top. Loxley will roll to his left. He's going to throw the corner route to Fitzgerald. Great throw. Great route. Huge gain. What is that, about 30 yards?
Number 22, John Fitzgerald.
Boy, great catch and throw on the smash concept there. Hitch on the outside, corner from the inside receiver. Both receivers were open, but it was a really nice throw from Loxley there. Good route, good catch by Fitzgerald. They line up quickly, 1st and 10. The hand will be to Antonio Dupree. He gets through. Nice, tough run. Helmets falling off on the ground from Loyola players. Gain of 8. 7 or 8. Nice run on 1st down. 2nd and short, which is where you want to be as a coach. I mentioned earlier, but 2nd and short is the time to dial up a play-action shot downfield, because you know you can always come back to 3rd and short if you don't get it and run the ball. Okay. Robert Levine goes in motion to the right. Dupree runs behind him. Nice big hole off tackle. And he's going to pick up about 15 yards down to the 10-yard line.
Running back Antonio Dupree. Gain of 15 on the play. Gilman's ball.
First and goal from the 10-yard line, maybe a hair inside the 10-yard line. Roberts in motion. The ball is handed off to him. Speed sweep. He is not going to get the corner, but he's going to cut back inside, and he's going to score. So nice bit of running there from Roberts. And it is 13-0 Greyhounds. A little under 8 minutes into the first quarter. So another impressive drive by Gilman. The key play there was the 3rd and 8 completion from Loxley to Fitzgerald. That was way back on Gilman's side of the field, their own 30. And after that, I think it only took 3 more plays to score. Alex Cohill on to attempt the extra point. Snap's good, holds good, kick is good. 14-0 Gilman.
The point is good by number 27, Alex Cohill.
So an impressive drive for the Gilman offense. The line is doing a fantastic job, as are the blocking backs, the H-backs in Gilman's offense, creating a lot of holes, especially off tackle, that power play where the back kicks out the defensive end. We got a pulling guard, Brennan Shaw, leading through, and a lot of space for our running backs to get downfield. All right, so the Hounds kick it away here. Alex Cohill. Nice deep kick again. It's going to be received at about the 7 by Loyola's number 84. And a great tackle. Who was that made it? Alonzo Mayo with the initial contact at about the 16-yard line. He was able to spin out a little bit. That might have actually been Robert Levine with the initial contact. Loyola return man was able to break the first tackle. He's now out at about the 20. So Loyola have 80 yards to go if they want to cut into this lead here. And I am now – turn your mic on. All right.
Hello. Hi, I'm Wyatt Heritage. I'm going to be your auxiliary commentator today.
Wyatt, it's a pleasure to have you in an auxiliary role.
Yes.
As long as – ooh.
There's a big hit.
Big Devery Hamilton.
Yep.
Read that play well. They've got a new quarterback in the game this series, number 12. This appears to be a well, I was going to say a Wildcat look, but he's listed as the backup quarterback. Anyway, tried to run the ball in the first play, faked a little spin handoff to the receiver in motion, and then just got absolutely drilled by an unblocked Devery Hamilton. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Pistol look in the backfield. 2 by 2 are the receivers. Number 4 goes in motion. Slant route. Quarterback's going to take off.
Ooh.
And
the carry for Loyola number 12. Jason Smith.
It looks like we have a player down.
Yeah, that's Dorian Maddox. Grabbing his shoulder.
But he's going to walk.
Yeah, he's going to hop up. Might have hit his funny bone a little bit there.
Yeah.
Going to bring up 3rd and 6 or 7 here for the Dons after the 4-yard gain by Jason Smith, the quarterback. They're going to go empty backfield again. They did this quite a few plays last series. Actually, look, the snap was a late coming. He's going to run again. And a nice run. He's going to dive out for the first down at around the 32-yard line. So
number 12 quarterback
two quarterback runs in a row. I think they were both designed passing plays. And he just scrambled. But an effective play nonetheless with Gilman dropping into coverage. No one around to tackle him once he gets through the line. 1st and 10, Loyola. Prediction, Wyatt. What are they going to do on this play?
I'm going to –
quick, 5 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to say they're going to pass, but it's going to turn into a run again.
All right, they're going to run a speed sweep to number 4. Fitzgerald comes and does a nice job of turning the play back inside where his defensive lineman can make the tackle.
Gets shut down by big Devery Hamilton.
Yep.
2 on the play.
Loss of 2 will make it 2nd and 12.
And this has Devery Hamilton listed at 6'7".
2nd and 12.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's a very big guy.
I could maybe
All right,
believe
Harrod,
6'7".
smile at the camera.
There we go. Now you can see me.
Wyatt, for all the ladies watching at home, are you single? Are you available? What's going on here?
I have a girlfriend, so I'm huge apology to all the female GTV fans.
Yeah,
which there are many. Yeah.
My condolences go out to our viewing audience.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so on that 2nd and 12 play, there was a complete pass to the tight end, but there was also a roughing the passer penalty on Gilman. So Loyola will take the penalty. It's an automatic first down type penalty, 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. So
we're going to see Ellison Jordan going off field.
We are. They're walking off the penalty from where the ball was caught, which doesn't make any sense.
Is that from the spot of the penalty, or is that from?
No, they walked it off from where I don't think that's how that penalty works. I mean, I've never seen anybody complete a 40-yard pass and then add 15 onto it for the roughing the passer. But I might just not know the rules. Fumbled snap. They're going to dive on it, and that is just an absolute drive killer if you're Loyola. You get a first down, and then you get a 15-yard penalty for another first down, and all of a sudden you lose all 15 of those yards at least. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, exactly 15 yards on that fumble. So now it's 2nd and 25, which is no good. No
good. 2nd and forever. They're going to have to probably look to the passing game to convert this.
One would think, although I could see draw here. 2 safety look from the Hounds, Robert Branch and Kyle Loxley back. Play is blown dead. They may decided, let's see what those, I don't know if Gilman's offside. Shamar Shanks was in the backfield awfully quickly. Nope, false start. He was drawn offsides.
Okay. False start.
So from 2nd and 25 to 2nd and 30.
Wow.
They are back where they were a little while ago. No fun.
I had a few Gilman players joking that they were going to try to break the state record in scoring, and we'll see if that happens today. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't put my money on that. Oh, man, another flag on the play. So the running back carried the ball, met at the line of scrimmage by Shamar. And I'm not sure who else was in on the tackle, but there's a flag down. It looks like it's against Loyola because they're talking to Gilman captain Robert Branch. They're going to decline the penalty rather than make it 2nd and 40. They'll just make it 3rd and 30. It's one of those. Either one is a pretty good option if you're the defense here.
But I think they figure they're just as unlikely to get 30 yards than they are to get 40. So
yeah, and one less play to do it. All right, empty backfield for the Dons. I'm calling quarterback draw here.
Wow.
Nope, he's going to throw it. He's got a man, 22, who is covered well by
Marcellus Brown.
Antonio DeCerbo there.
Gain of 12 on the play.
Pick up 12, but there's, you would think, still going to have to punt the ball here because it is it's rare that you get a 12-yard gain and it leaves you with 4th and 20 plus. But that just happened for the Loyola Dons.
That drive just killed by that fumble snap and then the resulting penalties after that.
Yeah. Seems to be some confusion on the field. Not sure what it's about.
They're waiting for the quarter, maybe.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Thank you.
There we go. So
good job fulfilling your auxiliary role there.
Yeah. Keep an eye on the time.
Score at the end of the first quarter. Gilman 14, Loyola 0.
So, Wyatt, you mentioned setting the state scoring record. You know, certainly 2 touchdowns in a quarter is nothing extraordinary.
No.
But it should be pointed out. that Gilman, at the end of the first quarter last week against Spalding, had 14 points. It was 14-14. And at the end of the first half, Gilman had 69 points. They had a 55-point second quarter, which I have never even heard of at any level of football, from Pop Warner to the NFL. 55 points in a quarter is outrageous.
Yes.
55 points in a game is a lot of points.
Yeah.
A lot. Gilman hasn't scored. Well, aside from the 69 they scored that game, they haven't been anywhere near 55 in another game. Even the early losses in the seasons to St. Ed's and Paramus, those teams weren't near 55 points. 55 points is a lot of points.
You have to have a very specific chain of things going wrong to reach that.
That's the punt number 45, Jake.
Yes, you do. Okay, spread punt formation here for the Dons. Gilman's going to stay back and set up a return. The ball's kicked out of bounds. A lot of teams are doing that to Gilman these days because no one wants Jelani Roberts returning the ball. He is the fastest kid in the MIA, and he has been since he was a sophomore when he won both the 100 and 200-meter dash in the MIA. Somehow Coach Dawson was able to manage to have him on the JV football team that year, which ended up being a championship season for the Baby Hounds, in large part due to the fact that we had the fastest kid in the MIA playing on the JV team.
And now, as you mentioned, committed to Northwestern along with Alonzo Mayo.
Yep. Okay. So, Gilman, same formation they've been going with most of the game, although the back's offset. He usually lines up to the two receiver side. Now they're on the one receiver side. Handoff is to Dorian Maddox, a counter play. Not really counter action in the backfield, but it's blocked like counter. Guard kicks out, fullback leads through. Loyola actually does a pretty nice job. Holds him to a gain of 1.5, 2.
It's an interesting mix that Gilman has here between the speed back Jelani Roberts and then the power of Dorian Maddox and Antonio Dupree running the ball.
Yeah, it's a nice mix. If you can get it, roll out to the left. Loxley will take the early throw. Fitzgerald fumbles. So a nice hit. I'm not sure who came up and dislodged the ball, but it was a little sprint out pass there. Loxley took just the quick out route to Fitzy, who has been Gilman's leading receiver this year.
I think he has the best hands on the team.
He does have excellent hands.
Yeah.
And they failed him there, though, on the collision. So let's see if Loyola can do something with this stroke of good fortune, really their first stroke of good fortune. They are almost in Gilman territory, which is somewhere they haven't been yet. Empty backfield. The original starting quarterback back in the game. Looking down the field. Tried to hit the seam route to the slot receiver there. But Kasim Hill did a nice job of reading it and working his way over there. 2nd and 10. And let's see what they do here. Oh, 4 receivers to the left side of the field. You don't see that much unless you happen to watch Varsity Blues a lot, in which they call. Do you know what they call that in Varsity Blues, Wyatt?
No, I don't.
The oop-de-oop.
The oop-de-oop.
I can't say what
on the carry.
Coach Kilmer says about the oop-de-oop because it's not suitable for children.
Okay.
But that's
play.
What's the guy's name? He's Angelina Jolie's dad in real life.
In real life, Angelina Jolie's dad?
Yeah. He's in a cat. John Voight. John Voight is his name. Plays Coach Bud Kilmer. Okay, empty backfield, 3rd and 7. Quarterback roll out to the right. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to be sacked from behind by Dorian Maddox and from the front by Jaheed Jackson. So good pass rush there from the Hounds.
And Loyola not able to capitalize on that. that field position and drive given by the Fitzgerald fumble.
You're absolutely right. Boy, Wyatt, football, like life, is all about what you do with those opportunities that you're given. And the Dons have squandered one here. He's going to kick it to Roberts. Woo! Wow. Great kick coverage by number 8, Jake Nordhausen, the defensive end. Boy, you don't see that, but that was a fantastic play.
He pushed right through the blocker.
Yeah. Actually seems to be limping a little bit after the play, but, Roberts had to run hard upfield and to his left to make the catch and sort of stumbled, and he stumbled right into a Loyola player coming full speed at him. So it'll be Gilman ball at their own 31-yard line. So they have 3 possessions so far. Scored touchdowns on the first 2, fumble on the third. See what they do on the fourth. Unbalanced formation here. Handoff is to Roberts around the end. He's got some good blocking on the edge from Rob Levine and Antonio Dupree. And he's going to pick up 7. Okay, same formation, so they got the strength into the boundary. And they're going to run it into the boundary with Loxley. Quarterback run, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. So Loyola sniffed that out. That brings up 3rd and 6 or 7 here.
So what do you see Gilman doing on 3rd down here?
Boy, that's a good question. I see Gilman rolling to the left and working some sort of 2-receiver combo route here to the top of the field with Jelani. Nope, he's going to come in motion, so I'm wrong about that. This is their favorite pass route, but the receivers are not downfield.
Wow.
What a play. Some confusion there, it looked like.
Loxley's down on the play.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, he's popping up. He's fine.
He's right back up.
So this is a route that Gilman likes to run a lot where they fake the handoff to the back, the end around to the receiver, and then they usually have a deep post with a drag route coming from the other side. But like there was some confusion with the receivers. Loxley made a pretty athletic play to complete the pass to the bottom of the field, but no gain really on the play. Loyola's got a lot of guys around the line of scrimmage here, although it doesn't look like they're going to come after it, and they don't. They're going to set up a return. Good kick from Cohill over the returner's head, and he's going to have to let it die at about the 13-yard line. So great kick, Alex Cohill. Sort of like a low line drive, but with a really tight spiral.
Yeah.
Just went right over his head, man.
Pins him on the 13 or so.
It does. So Gilman 2 straight drives without points. Fumbled and a punt.
But still leading 14-0, so I'm sure they're not worrying too much about it. Although it's always good to get points on drives.
Yes, it is. Points in general are a good thing.
Yeah.
In fact, in sports, points are the best of things.
Except golf.
That's true.
So here we go, Gilman back on defense. And which quarterback? They have number 12 back in?
Yep, just rotating quarterbacks by series here. He's going to get sacked. The ball is out. The ball is on the ground. The ball is recovered in the end zone for a safety.
And there's a safety.
Whew! Couldn't see who dislodged the ball. I'm thinking maybe Ellison Jordan. A, because he's always in the backfield.
Yeah.
And B, because he got a nice chest bump there from someone. So it's going to make it 16-0.
And Gilman's going to get the ball back.
So the Dons with another sort of catastrophic offensive play. They've had several of those so far. That was you could make the argument that that was a coverage sack. The quarterback actually had a reasonable amount of time, but he held it and held it and held it, and then all of a sudden he got hit from behind. Ball out. So safeties, if you're the team that they happen to, are terrible because you lose 2 points. And then you have to kick off or punt, or you have a sort of free kick situation from the 20, whereas normally you kick off from the 40. So you lose points, and you're going to almost certainly give the other team good field position.
And you're just giving them back the ball on top of that.
Yes, many bad things happen.
Yeah.
So the kick is a squib up the middle. Dorian Maddox is going to pick it up. He's going to make a man miss, two-man miss. He's got room in the middle. Breaks 3 tackles. Nice return from Mr. Maddox.
Number 1, Dorian Maddox. Gilman ball, 1st and 10.
And it is good field position we were talking about, and good field position that the Hounds have at the Loyola 31-yard line.
That looks about right. And now the Hounds on offense are going to have another chance to widen the gap here.
That they are. Okay. Roberts in motion to the top of the field. The handoff is to Roberts, and Loyola defends it well.
Yep.
On the carry for Gilman, number 5, Jelani Roberts.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Loss of 1 on the play.
So we are 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter.
Not quite as explosive of a second quarter as it was last week.
No, they don't seem to be on pace for 55. 2 at this point.
Yep.
Still, that's 2-0. Fakes the handoff to Roberts, does Loxley. Sort of weaves his way through traffic and is going to pick up maybe 4 on the play to make it 3rd and 7.
Gilman, number 3, quarterback Kai Loxley.
And you would think 4-down territory here, so they can. They don't have to get it all here, I wouldn't think. Hand the ball to Roberts. This is the same sort of sweep motion, but it was not a sweep play. It was an off-tackle play, and it was read well, stopped essentially at the line of scrimmage. So 4th and 7, 6, 7. Hounds are going to go for it. This is one of those situations where you're too far to kick a field goal, you're too close to punt. So you go for it. Roberts in motion again. Fake handoff. Rolling to the right. Got Fitzgerald behind it. Oh, wow. Almost. Fitzgerald had sort of crept behind all of the Loyola's defenders.
Incomplete. Loyola ball.
The ball was thrown over his head and a little bit behind. Could have been caught, but would have been an exceptional catch.
Yeah.
And he was not able to make it.
I think it was just a little bit overthrown for Fitzgerald to pull it in. So speaking of Gilman alums, have you seen the impact that Cyrus Jones has been making at Alabama? I read a Bleacher Report article on it. And
I have.
He's now starting at cornerback.
And he started there last year for most of the season. He had a huge play against Ole Miss to put them up 14-3 right before halftime last week. He made a hit, caused the fumble, recovered the fumble, and ran it in for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, Shamar Shanks with a nice tackle.
Of big hits.
Allison Jordan got penetration there. The running back cut inside only to be drilled by Shamar Shanks.
Oof.
Yeah, but Cyrus a huge play in that game. Now, if you are any sort of football fan at all, you know that Ole Miss ended up coming back and winning that game at the end in Oxford there. I think Alabama has Arkansas this weekend, so let's see how they respond. This quarterback's getting peppered here. Allison Jordan puts him on his back. Just a split second after he releases the ball for an incomplete pass. Bring up 3rd and 12.
And this Gilman defense so far has been suffocating.
They have been.
Yeah.
back to the Gilman football alumni. Obviously, Cyrus is not the only Gilman guy playing college football right now. There are 2 Gilman alums on the sideline that I see right now. Kenneth Goins is getting a lot of playing time at the University of Maryland. And Darius Jennings is in his 4th year as a starting receiver at the University of Virginia. He's their leading receiver there during his tenure.
For number 6, Will DeAngelo, incomplete.
So
4th and 12.
Gilman's got guys in all the conferences. Just in those 3, you've got SEC, ACC, Big Ten. All guys starting. We've also got Brian Gaia starting at Penn State. Henry Poggi's getting some time on the defensive line at Michigan. Pretty good punt. Jelani Roberts is going to fair catch it. The Gilman 42. Hunter Goodwin, starting offensive lineman at Wake Forest.
Gilman's ball, 1st and 10.
Help me out here, Rob.
And then his brother's playing on this team.
His brother does play on this team.
Other Gilman alums, though?
Yeah, I'm thinking of guys who are starting college football, starting or playing Division I college football. Gilman, I've got a lot of guys playing Division III football as well. I'm sure I'm leaving out some obvious people here. You got Devon Portia up at Pitt. Miles Norris at Cornell, starting linebacker. Roll out. Loxley to Roberts in the flats. A lot of room to run there. Knocked out of bounds for a gain of about,
Jelani Roberts.
Boy, gain of about 20 there.
Gain of 14 on the play. Gilman's ball, 1st and 10.
Yeah. Bree McLean at Kenyon, although he broke his leg this year, so that's not good. Gilman quick to the line, handoffs to Antonio Dupree off tackle. He breaks several tackles and crawls to the 33-yard line. Gain of 9.
Gain of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1.
Gilman hurries back to the line. They've been playing with really good tempo the last few games in their no-huddle offense. The ball will end around to Jelani. He's got a blocker, Steven Spinellis, out in front of him. And it's going to be a gain of 15.
Gilman is moving down the field on this drive.
They are. So nice little fake the handoff to Dupree, little end-around action there. A couple of big guys out in front. They're going to snap the ball quickly again. Roberts in motion. Option. Loxley's going to keep it and run out of bounds, and that's a flag. That's an obvious flag. He was about 6 yards out of bounds before the Loyola defender decided to slam him into the ground.
Flag on the play.
Can't do that.
Nope.
Personal foul against Loyola.
So that'll take what was already actually Loyola defended that play pretty well. It was only going to be a gain of 2 or 3, I think, and tack on half the distance to the goal. Let's see where that puts them. The 1st and goal from the 6-7 yard line.
Gilman's ball, 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Ellison Jordan in motion. You don't want to be the guy on the other end of that motion.
Nope.
Antonio Dupree is the ball carrier off tackle. He is twisting and turning and churning and burning down to the 1 yard
for Gilman, number 2,
1 yard line.
Dupree.
Maybe even the 1 foot line.
Gilman's ball, 2nd and goal.
So 2nd and goal, and yes, that's very close. Some of the Gilman players were calling for a touchdown, but they will be denied that.
At least for one more play. Jordan in motion again. It's going to be a quarterback run to Loxley, and he's going to sort of skip into the end zone for Gilman's 3rd touchdown. And that's going to make it 22-0 with 3 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in the first half. Cohill will come on and try to make it 23-0. So very solid drive there for the Hounds. If I remember, about a 60-yard drive. I think Roberts fair caught the ball around the 40.
And just especially on that drive, they did not have many tackles for losses or plays that went nowhere. That was a pretty smooth drive.
It was. Loyola play our offsides. See if it moves the ball from the 2.5 to the 1.25 yard line. See if sometimes Gilman will, when they get that offsides call, send the offense back out. But they're going to kick it. Goodwin the snap, also the hold. Cohill the kick. It's a good snap. It's a good hold. It's a good kick. 23-0.
Good by number 27, Alex Cohill.
Now predictions.
Someone looking for an independent school for
do you think this will be a shutout?
Help us spread the word about our fall prospective parent
I think there's a pretty good chance that it'll be a shutout. Loyola has not even sniffed the red zone yet. In fact, I don't remember them running any plays in on Gilman's half of the field.
I think they were close once, and then there was some disastrous event. I'm not sure which one.
I think you're absolutely right. Something terrible happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it could be one of these questions in the second half of who subs down first. If it becomes really lopsided affair, if Gilman puts in their 2s and 3s and Loyola keeps in their 1s, they may be able to put a score on the board.
I think that's a realistic possibility. But
great kick from Cohill into the end zone. Yeah. I have never seen Mr. Cohill put a ball in the end zone, which is a huge deal in high school football because you are not allowed to return the ball out of the end zone. So if you can put it in there, it is a huge weapon, and he did.
So that can just completely shut down any return game that the other team has if they get the ball in the end zone. I did not know that rule.
It's a strange rule. I couldn't tell you why it is a rule, but it is. And if you have a kicker, and Gilman has had several kickers in the past who have been able to consistently put the ball in the end zone, it is a huge advantage. Okay, so 3 minutes, 43 seconds. We'll see if Loyola can do anything here to answer before half. They're going to throw the ball. Now they're going to run the ball. And now they're going to be sacked.
Maybe
a yard.
Maybe a yard. Yep.
Picked up a yard.
Yep.
Did Isaiah Hayes on the play there.
Loyola, number 14, Alex Kaltrider.
I'll take that back.
One on the play.
Isaiah Hayes is number. No, they didn't rotate. I just looked at number 4 instead of 14. This is the quarterback they've been that started the game, Alex Kaltrider. Okay, so an empty backfield for Mr. Kaltrider. He's got 4 receivers to the left. They're going to sweep it to the left. Nice spin move from. This is Isaiah Hayes. Good piece of running by Isaiah Hayes.
On the carry for Loyola, number 4, Isaiah Hayes.
Was able to break a few tackles before he's finally brought down after gain of 6.
3rd and 2.
Now big 3rd down for the Loyola offense to see if they can keep this drive alive, maybe get some points on the board for the first time this game.
This is a big play. They also don't want to give the ball back to Gilman with enough time for Gilman to score again.
Right.
Okay, empty backfield. I'm thinking QB run. I'm thinking it. I'm predicting it. Nostradamus calls it.
Oof.
The problem was that Gilman was also thinking quarterback run. Devery Hamilton was in there. A couple other guys in there. Be interesting to see what the flag is. It was a loss of yards on the play. Personal foul. Maybe a face mask?
Number 63 on Loyola.
Personal foul.
Austin Hurdle lost his helmet.
Gilman.
So maybe that's tied into that penalty. I'm not sure.
Could be. Yeah, if he's staying on the field, then it almost certainly does have to do with it. If you lose your helmet on a play, you are required by rule to come out of the game for a play. Unless, can you guess, Wyatt?
Unless, no, I can't. Well,
unless the other team commits a penalty by taking it off of your head. So there was a personal foul, and that kid's helmet came off, and he didn't leave. So I'm assuming that you were right, that the personal foul had something to do with his helmet coming off.
Loyola ball, 1st and 10.
Empty backfield. Quick hitch down the bottom of the screen, and it is well played by Amir Barber.
To number 19, Kenny Lewis.
Gain of
5 on the play.
5 on the play. So, you know, it's interesting. Loyola's been really struggling with pressure on the quarterback, and yet that's the first time they've thrown a quick pass.
Mm-hmm.
You would think they would do more of that.
And it was complete for,
yeah, I mean, it was
not a big, gain of 5.
Listen, the beauty of the hitch route was well defended, and they still picked up 4 or 5 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Empty backfield. 2 high safeties for the Hounds. Quick out route, caught, but for almost, 2-yard gain. That was very well defended by Antonio DeCerbo. Clock is running. Clock continues to run. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. I think Loyola has 2 timeouts if they decide that they want to try to, if they get a first down here, get into Gilman territory, you might see them use some timeouts.
And that'll be the first time this game.
Oh, they got Gilman to jump. It's going to be a first down.
Flag on the play.
That'll stop the clock, too, so they won't have to use a timeout. So it'll be 1st and 10 inside Gilman territory, which I think is the first play they've run on this half of the field. You want to score points, it helps to get on the other team's side of the field. It looks like Gilman's going to call a timeout. I did not see who they charged the timeout to. I assume it's Gilman. I wouldn't think Loyola would want to burn a timeout in that situation.
Because the clock's already stopped from the penalty.
I think the clock stops from the penalty. I'm not. Maybe once they walk it off, the clock starts back up. It was it had been running. It was the play before was a completed pass inbounds. There was not an incomplete. It wasn't out of bounds. So maybe the clock starts back up. For a football coach, I have a fuzzy understanding of some of the rules.
Yeah.
But I would think after a defensive penalty, the clock would stay stopped. Maybe we could have somebody call in, clarify.
Well, we have, I don't know, we normally have a laptop here with the YouTube stream up, and then we can see the comments and stuff. So that's usually pretty cool.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, 1st and 10. Loyola in Gilman territory. Back to pass. Dig route, deep dig route. But unable to connect to Will D'Angelo. Bring up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 with 41 seconds left. Looks like Shamar Shanks has to come off the field, and maybe he has some blood. Was sent off the field by an official. Okay. Empty backfield. No, I'm sorry. There's running back behind the quarterback. He's going to block for the quarterback. They're going to throw a little go route down the field. Very well covered by Gilman. In fact, so well covered that the Loyola receivers kind of stopped running.
Incomplete.
There's a penalty in the backfield. Oh, personal foul. Rough.
Flag on the play.
I was going to say roughing the passer, but that was actually looked like a hands to the face signal he gave there.
Personal foul against Gilman.
So I didn't see it, but you're not allowed to use your hands to push the guy's neck and head back.
Loyola ball, 1st and 10.
That could have been what it was, but it puts Loyola in a kind of threatening position for the first time all game.
Yep.
1st and 10, 34-yard line, 36 seconds left. At least 1 timeout left for the Dons, maybe 2. They don't want to take a sack here. He almost took a sack here.
Field.
This is going to be a hold.
Ball carry for Loyola, number 14.
This is going to go against the Dons, so the
flag on the
gain of 3, I think, is going to be negated. Yeah, the Dons are walking backwards. Poor Dons, man.
Yeah.
Every time they get something good happen, they follows it immediately with something bad.
Their first positive movement into Gilman territory, their first drive that they were kind of putting together.
Holding against Loyola.
And now the flag.
Boy, put them all the way back to midfield.
Ugh.
Number 80 for Loyola was running to line up at the old line of scrimmage, which is not anywhere near the new line of scrimmage. Okay, 2x2 for the Dons. Running back in the backfield. Fade. Jump ball to number 80.
Ooh.
Well defended. Amir Barber gets a hand on it and knocks it down.
That's intended.
It's going to bring up
For number 80,
second and
Andreas Price. Incomplete.
25.
And we're seeing Loyola try a few deep passes and kind of probe the secondary without really getting anything going. Gilman's defense has been pretty stout so far.
They have been. Let's see. Timeout Gilman here.
Timeout. Gilman.
You know, they have Gilman has, I think, all 3 timeouts, so they may use them here to try to force. Well, I take that back. I was going to say use them to force Loyola to punt, but the clock was stopped anyway because the incomplete pass.
And
if they had to, do you mean to get the ball back or just?
Yeah, to try to, the most dangerous play for any team is punt. A lot of bad things can happen to you when you punt the ball. You can get it blocked. They can run it back for a touchdown. So, if you're Gilman here, just try to make them punt it before the half ends. See if something bad happens. Something good for you.
And judging by the game so far, that's not too out of the question for something bad to happen.
I think it's entirely likely.
Mm-hmm. I think to win this, Gilman just has to kind of keep a level head and wait for their opponent to make mistakes. Seems to be the way the game's moving so far.
Okay. Get a cover 4 look here for the Hounds, so sort of a prevent defense. They're going to rush 4. They're going to throw down the field.
Oof.
Nothing there.
Nope.
Okay, so stop is clock. Clock is stopped with 16 seconds left, so it looks like Loyola is going to have – they got one more third down here, but I don't think they can get a first down, and I don't think they can run 16 seconds off the clock. So that punt scenario is going to play out, providing – or excluding some sort of shenanigans here. Let's see what they do here. Uh-oh. Dorian Maddox is coming off the edge. He is unblocked.
Oh, and down he goes.
Yep. Let's see. Will the Hounds call timeout here? I would. Nope, they're going to let the clock run out. Oh, well. Good defense from the Hounds.
Mm-hmm.
Stops the Dons had to move backwards 30 yards after advancing into Gilman territory.
Loyola 0.
All right, I'm going to I don't know what your plan is here, Harridge, but I'm going to sign off and go say hey to some of these guys on the sideline.
All right, I will. Either hold down the fort or leave. We'll see.
So if you're one of our loyal listening fans around the world right now, we're going to take a 15-minute break here. You can use the restroom, heat up some Hot Pockets.
Nice.
I don't know, do something wonderful for another person, maybe. We'll
Has to be
see.
one of those, though.
Yeah. And we'll be back shortly for the second half.
Yep.
At half, 23-0 Gilman. Down on the soccer field, Gilman is ahead 1-0. I don't know who they're playing, a red team. That could be Friends. It could be Spalding. No yellow with the red, so it's not Calvert Hall. Could be Curly. No, they're like a maroon. I'm narrowed it down to Spalding and Friends. I'm going to say Spalding since Spalding's in the conference and Friends isn't. Anyway, 1-0 lead for the Hounds with 25 seconds left in the half. That's good news.
Mm-hmm. And 23-0 on the football field.
Yep.
Shutout in the first half.
Yep. All right.
All righty.
Peace.
Hello and welcome back to the Gilman homecoming game against Loyola. Here we have Gilman getting ready to kick off. It's been a dominant first half for Gilman, 23-0, shutting out Loyola completely. And really quick, I'd like to give a shout out to my normal GTV compatriots, Ben Allwater and John Wolf, a.k.a. Wolfie, who are normally with me. Well, I'm on the camera and then they're commentating. And joining me now, there's the kickoff. Loyola back to return, and that's going to go into the end zone to start the Loyola drive from the 20. Joining me now, you have to press that button, I think. Yeah, you have to press that button. Joining me now here is Spencer Perry, school president of Gilman School. What an honor, Spencer. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. You know, the weather had me down a little bit earlier, but you know, things are looking up. Gilman football's on right now, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, it is a bit chilly and a bit foggy, and it's very cold. But Gilman's playing a heck of a game so far, and here comes Loyola out to start the half on offense.
Now, Wyatt, I came a little bit late to the game because I was out at Home Depot. What is your summation of the first half?
All Gilman everywhere, as you can see by the scoreboard, 23-0. Here's the snap, number 12 for Loyola. Dumps it off quick to the wide receiver there, who's knocked out of bounds for no gain. But the first half just very dominant for Gilman. You know, not really having any trouble stopping Loyola on offense with multiple mistakes by their offense. Just bad luck everywhere for Loyola and good luck for Gilman. And here Loyola is continuing on offense after maybe 1 yard on first down. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 pretty much. Going to keep the ball. The quarterback's running and he's stopped. Now they've been doing something interesting, Spencer. They've been switching off quarterbacks between 12 and 14. I have to check who's in right now. Number 12, Jason Smith, the sophomore quarterback, 5'10", 150. So he's a bit on the smaller side.
Mm-hmm. Now, are they just trying to switch quarterback to see who can get the ball moving for him? And is that your best bet?
I think that must be what's happening. But I mean, it's hard to compare when
Smith back to pass.
Yeah, there he is.
Looking for
overthrows
receiver 84 number 84 Dana Young.
Yeah. So you know it's hard to compare these two quarterbacks when both of their results have been little to nothing.
Speaking of quarterbacks, how do you think Kai Loxley, the Gilman quarterback's been doing today?
I mean, he's been having a good game. They've been keeping it on the ground for the most part, just moving the ball. But he's had a few successful passes, so he's been having a great game. Here's Loyola punting after a 3-and-out. Jelani on the return.
Oh, and he slips.
And he's just going to let Loyola pick that up.
Gets a few extra yards on the slip by Jelani Roberts, but still solid starting position for this Gilman offense.
Yeah, that's what happens when your defense just completely shuts the other team down. And now Gilman's going to get the ball, and they're knocking at the midfield line. And here we go again.
Is there a door at the midfield line?
Well, it's
a metaphorical.
Yeah,
door.
Maybe it's a gateway or something like that.
I'm really liking the uniforms by the Greyhounds today.
Right, yeah, they're wearing these all-black uniforms.
Sweet.
Pretty spiffy here. So here's Kai Loxley in waiting for the snap. Gets it.
Over to Jelani Roberts. Oh, Roberts got room to run.
He's got daylight.
Oh, he's off to the race. He's
He's got daylight.
Back.
Wow. That's a good carry.
All the way down to the 15-yard line, Jelani Roberts.
Great gain. So that's like maybe 45 yards or so. Do you reckon?
It's a considerable amount of yardage. I mean, considering the majority of that was after the catch. I mean, it was a short dump-off throw to Roberts, and then he took it down.
That's fine. If you want to do it.
No, I don't do it.
Are you going to stay? So there's just some discussion between our commentators. And there is Antonio Dupree running the ball in for another touchdown. Gilman scoring on their first offensive drive of the half. Speaking of rainy weather, this is a rainy day for Loyola Blakefield. So there, my fellow Spencer Perry, the school president, signing off. And coming back up is Mr. Dawson to continue the commentary. Here's Alex Cohill on the extra point for Gilman, about to take the lead 30-0 after their first offensive drive is successful. in the second half.
Extra point was good.
So clearly, Gilman getting the ball. They're in excellent field position after their defense forced Loyola to punt, and then capitalizing on that field position and putting together a scoring drive. Joining me now again is my commentator, fellow Mr. Dawson, back again.
Yeah, I go to use the restroom. I come back, all hell's breaking loose up here.
The president's up here.
I've got reports of vulgar and foul language being
Whoa,
used on the air. I think that might have been the school president saying all that
definitely.
stuff.
I'm a very clean-cut fellow.
You are.
Yeah, I would never, ever do anything like that.
But Spencer Perry, I don't know about him.
Don't know what the student body was thinking.
Well, he was a good kid originally, but you get into politics, it's hard to. It's a dirty business,
yeah. We really haven't seen such a power, a power rush like this since Nero back in Rome.
Cohill puts it deep in the end zone.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What did he eat for breakfast, man? I've really never seen him do that. He's done it twice now.
He's on a roll today.
Good kick. All right, Wyatt, tell me how we scored, because I really was away using the restroom.
Right. Well, Loyola got the ball to start the half, and they were, they didn't move the ball anywhere on offense. 3 plays for no gain, went 3 and out. Punted, Gilman got it at about hour 40 and just drove down the field, topped off with a touchdown run by Antonio Dupree.
Nice.
So just a continue. Doesn't look like much has changed after halftime.
No, it doesn't.
But here they've got number 14, Alex Kaltrider, back in.
Yep. I would like to thank one of my number 1 fans out there. I should say my number 1 fans. Gilman number 1's fans out there in California. He shall remain nameless, but he's a former Gilman teacher living in Berkeley. And I got a text from him a minute ago saying that he went during halftime and did something wonderful for another person.
Oh, that's great.
That was one of the 3 options we gave.
Yeah, and that's good that he listened to us.
Right, you could go to the bathroom, you could fix Hot Pockets, you could do something wonderful for someone else. So I hope all the other Gilman listeners are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Or did the same thing. Now that the game's on, you got to stop.
Yeah, you should be watching.
Whatever it was that you were doing wonderful for someone else should stop immediately.
Be paying attention to this instead.
To pay attention, yeah. I don't care where you are in the CPR cycle, whether it was the pumps or the breathing, you just stop and you watch the game.
Yeah. It was probably their fault for getting to that point anyway. So
listen, I mean, it's exactly. All right, 3rd and 5 for the Dons. Quarterback's going to throw a little slant route. Nice throw and catch for the Dons. Pretty big gain, actually. Plus 15-ish for Loyola.
And we've seen some success for the Dons in these short and medium passes. Just not so much in the run game and the deep ball. But
Kaltrider to D'Angelo there on the connection. And ball's at the 41. Loyola's 41. Okay. Here again, they have this bizarre 4-receiver to the right formation look. I tell you what, they've run that formation, I don't know, 5 times. And I think they have about -8 yards.
Yeah, that's just not been working out.
Well, the only thing that they run it, every time they run it, try to run a speed sweep to the receiver. I think Gilman figured that out before the game had even started. Watching film, and they haven't done anything to change that tendency. So if I were a special consultant to the Loyola offense, I would tell them to stop doing that. A little false start here.
Oof.
Maybe on number 63. He seems to be upset with himself.
And speaking of figuring this team out, it's not an uncommon sight in the senior room to see Alonzo Mayo, Amir Barber, Jahi Jackson all studying film before the games. And so I'd say they probably did just look at some film to get an early early lead on what this team's going to do offensively.
Definitely. Student athletes and students of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Gilman watches film as a team with the coaching staff, but also expects.
Wow.
Whoa,
Man.
Fitzy. That was a, I don't know, 15-yard sack there.
With the body slam at the end.
So you go from, you know, 1st and 10 to 2nd and 20 to 3rd and 30. They've had more 3rd and 30-plus situations. I mean, you just don't see the down marker that far away from the first down marker more than once a game, and it's happened to them on almost every possession where you can't, from the line of scrimmage, you can barely see where the first down is. You need, like, binoculars.
I mean, it seems like they just have a lot of plays that are very risky because, I mean, their line just isn't quite good enough to, you know, get these blocks right and get these plays off.
For Loyola, number 34 is Ende Smith.
And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yep.
4th down.
4th and 30. Don't think they're going to go for it here.
No, probably not.
Why not, though, right? You know, here's what I'm, you know, if I'm Loyola, why not? What's the difference between, you know, got to score some points to win.
Yeah.
Can't score without the ball. Good punt, although it's going to be returnable. Jelani gets a block on the edge. A hold on the edge, actually, is what he gets from Carlton Taylor.
And there's the flag.
So, good return, but it's going to come back.
No, it's worth pointing out that Gilman's had a good game, but they haven't been the most disciplined. I mean, they're still making a few mistakes and getting a few penalties, although they have been winning a lot.
Yeah, they have been penalized. I'd say, you know, execution aside from penalties, they've executed pretty well. They're blocking and tackling very well. Their skill guys are making really nice plays in space. But you're right, they have had a lot of penalties. So is Loyola. It's been not a kind of sloppy game in some respects. Certainly on the Loyola side of the ball, it's been sloppy.
Get a quick soccer update. It is now 1-1.
Uh-oh.
So, watch out, soccer.
Uh-oh. The red team coming back.
I should have asked around to find out who they were, but.
Unbalanced formation to the right. Jelani Roberts, the handoff. Speed sweep.
Oh,
bounces off a tackler. He's gone. No. Number 4 takes a good angle. You don't see that happen very often. My hat's off to Isaiah Hayes for taking the proper angle.
I thought he had it.
Yeah.
25 on the play. Gilman ball. 1st and 10.
Big game nonetheless on the speed sweep. Let's see. Looks like Gilman's going to hurry back to the line.
And there was a nice little stiff arm to cap it off. I liked that.
Yeah. Handoff to Dorian Maddox. He's got a nice hole. Gets tripped up and falls forward for a gain of 8.
Gilman, number 1. Running back Dorian Maddox. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2.
And here's Gilman's moved the ball all the way into Loyola territory, and they're knocking at the door again.
That they are. All right. What's happening here? It seems like there's some confusion over where the ball was supposed to be spotted, but it has been spotted. Still 2nd and 3. Amir Barber in motion. The handoff's to Dorian Maddox. And number 35 for Loyola reads that play well. Looked like an outside linebacker, Rick Nickel, although he's listed as a cornerback. Maybe there was a corner blitz on that play. I didn't see where he came from. It was a good spot. Good stop, I should say.
Flag on the play.
Another flag, as we've been talking about.
Oh, man. Sloppy play.
You know what the real problem with all these penalties is, Wyatt?
What?
It's cold outside.
Yep.
And every time you have one of these penalties, you stop the clock. Game goes longer.
Refs walk around. The players walk around.
Yeah.
And we sit here.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is our fate.
Yep. So here's going to be 2nd and 14, maybe.
Yep. Roberts with the ball again. Off the Ooh, nice little move.
Oh, wow,
runs out of the tackle. Stays on his feet. Stays on his feet.
That's
Gets down to about the 3-yard line. Yeah, that was a really nice run. Sort of broke a couple tackles.
Yep.
Tight walk rope down the sideline.
Gain of 17 on the play.
Nice run. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 3
Gilman's ball, 1st and goal.
for the Hounds. They're going to huddle, which they have not been doing much of this game.
So Gilman converts and gets that 1st down, and now on the goal line. Not much of a showing from the Loyola defense today.
No. Even more Gilman alum walking around here. Brandon Copeland, Woody Williams.
That's a bit before my time, I'll say.
It is. Brandon Copeland was an all-Ivy player at Penn, defensive lineman, and was on the Ravens practice squad last year.
Wow.
I don't know what he's doing this year. Look, got a computer up here. Look it up.
It won't work. Ask
Oh,
Zach why the
no.
computer's not working.
Maybe I'll use my cell phone here.
You can do that, but
He was playing, he was a defensive end in college, played linebacker for the Ravens last year.
the power's not in.
Let's see here. Brandon Copeland.
It's good. It's working.
Brandon Copeland is
is
playing for the Tennessee Titans.
And there we go. And Kyle Oxley in for the touchdown. Kind of a boring, short little run, but he's playing for the Titans.
Yeah, let's sort of see. It says here. He is, yeah.
So Cohill lining
Currently a
up
member of the
for
Tennessee Titans.
a member, so he's on the.
He is on the Titans. He's not
Wow.
even on the practice squad. He's on the real roster.
Wow.
He's actually had two teammates in college who played for the Titans, although one is now with the Redskins and one is with the Giants, so he would not have met them. But hats off to Mr. Brandon Copeland. I actually was on a Bolt bus last year, Wyatt, maybe 2 years ago, coming back from New York.
Okay.
Got off the bus, big strong guy right in front of me. It was Brandon Copeland. Ended up hanging out at Penn Station, talking with him for about 20 minutes before got in the car to drive away.
So did you coach him or what?
I did coach him. He was, I think he's in Coach Rick Bowie's class, which means he would have been. I would have been with him for 2 years on the varsity before he graduated. He would have been a junior my first year. He had an interception, of a screen pass. I can't remember what team that was against, but he jumped up and caught a screen pass, ran in for a touchdown. He was very excited.
I'd imagine.
So the most significant thing about the last score for the Hounds Heritage is that they are now ahead 36-0. And U.S. High School Federation rules dictate that a team is ahead by more than 35 points in the second half. The clock does not stop for anything except timeout. So the clock has been running the whole time that we've been transitioning from offense to kickoff team, and it's going to continue to run now. And
we're already coming to the end of the third.
Yeah,
quarter here.
Loyola may only get maybe one playoff before this quarter ends. If Loyola were to score and get the margin back under 35, the clock would then stop a normal football rule stoppage. But that may not happen. Let's see if
So there we go. We got some alums. We got Ryan Mulliken commenting for us.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
Is this the screen? Are we on camera right now?
No, this is like a bit delayed.
Okay.
So that was, I don't know when. Or I guess it's not that delayed. I'm not sure.
Let's see. Maybe that was after the touchdown, I guess.
People calling for a Dvorkin cam. Which we do entertain. Okay, we're 45 seconds back.
All right, Dvorkin cam. I
Dvorkin
dig
cam.
it.
Yeah.
You know who would like the Dvorkin cam the most? Yeah, who would like that? The biggest fan of the Dvorkin cam would be?
Maybe Garrett Dvorkin. I'm not
Dvorkin.
sure. Yeah.
Undoubtedly Garrett
That's
Dvorkin.
that's who I would guess.
Immediately following today's game.
He's 67. If you want to try to get him,
There's no
he's wearing his black sleeves today.
Please, just stop on by.
He looks great. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Fourth quarter.
Yep. Already.
Fourth quarter. 36-0. Strom, are we keeping the score? No. That's a stupid question. Does it look like we're keeping the score?
Oh, man. He's going to be on YouTube for that. That's what.
Yeah. All right. Looking.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no. Oh, no.
Wow.
Boy.
That is just.
Bad news bear stuff here
Yeah.
for the Dons. So the snap goes over the quarterback's head. That's at least the fourth time that's happened.
And I bet Gilman's going to try to hit another safety here.
Yeah,
Just for the sake of it.
they are. So 3rd and 30, 29, I guess I should say, from the 1-yard line. Timeout, Loyola, which stops the clock. You can stop the clock with a timeout, even when the clock is running.
But then it just, as soon as it starts running, it just keeps running. Unless they get it within less than 35.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm sure they've mostly given up hope for this game.
Here's an interesting thing. We'll see if this comes to fruition. I saw their coach after the timeout kicking his leg. Now, I don't know if that was in anger or if they're going to try a 3rd down quick kick from the quarterback. Sometimes if you got a quarterback who can punt the ball, you just put him in the shotgun and kick it on 3rd down because there's nobody back to return and you have no hope of getting a first down anyway. Let's see if he does that. He doesn't. He's at 5 yards. You'd probably back him up to 7 if you're going to do that. You wouldn't.
Man.
It's going to be a safety anyway.
Wow.
Flag on the play.
Oh.
False start.
False start. It's rare that you're thrilled to have a false start, but the Dons are, because it could have been either a safety or even a touchdown for Gilman in the end zone. But the false start is a dead ball penalty, so it negates anything that happens in the play. You can't decline it if you're Gilman. There's nothing you can do. It's as if the play never happened. So 3rd and 30 from the 1-foot line. Quarterback run.
No, that's
it's
a
going to be a safety. No, they're going to say
okay.
they're going to say he got out of the end zone by I don't know, maybe a pinky.
Yeah, really. That looked like he was hitting the end zone.
Well, they're spotting the ball. The tip of the ball, is being spotted like a centimeter from the goal line. Okay.
Oh, and a soccer update. Still 1-1.
1-1.
For all you soccer fans out there.
Good update.
Mm-hmm.
Tight punt formation here for the Dons. Usually you want your punter at 12 behind the snapper. You can't do that when you're from the 6-inch line. They go after it. The Loyola punter tried to pretend as if he'd been hit and fall down. Nice block from DeSerbo there. Jelani's out on the sideline.
Still up.
Whoa! Slips and falls.
Field's a bit slippery, I guess.
Yeah. There's a Gilman player down in the end zone. I can't see who that is. It looks like maybe Robert Branch. Although I'm just guessing. Can't see a number. I'm just sort of like, I don't know what could have happened. He may have. A couple guys dove to try to block the punt, and he may have been landed on by another player.
Or maybe just fell on something funny.
But hopefully it's not anything serious. Being helped to his feet by Coach Quirmanic and Coach Poggi. And
see who it is?
I think that is Robert.
Yeah, I think number 8. So he's limping a little bit, but
Yeah.
he's moving, which is good.
Could be
No, I think that's number 8.
Could be cramping. No. Looks like he's not trying to put any weight on that left leg. Maybe a knee or an ankle thing. Although, hopefully nothing serious, obviously. For Robert.
So here we go. Big shout out to our 41 viewers at this point. Thank you for staying with us.
Boom!
Yeah.
41.
Yeah, not a bad number for this kind of you know, I don't want to call it a blowout, but well, let's be honest here.
That's great.
Yeah.
41.
Do we know who N. Chester is, Riley? N. Chester. Well, he always comments. Shout out to N. Chester.
All
There we go.
right.
So they put
Play
Kasim
action
Hill in.
pass. Kasim Hill to Drew Ehrlich. Touchdown.
there it is.
Gilman, 40-yard touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. And Big Steven Spinellis is down in the end zone chasing Drew Ehrlich around, trying to get a chest bump or something. But it was, boy, great throw.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see what the route was. It was play action in the backfield. Looked like the way
Is this it? This might be it.
caught the ball, maybe some sort of corner route. And we're watching the delayed feed here.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, it is a corner route.
Yep, and there he goes.
Nice throw and catch.
So Gilman's put Kasim Hill in, as well as probably a few other.
Yeah, it's Corey Way with the line drive. It looked like there was a little mix-up with the hold there. Timing was a little off, so Gilman does not convert the extra point attempt for the first time today. And the score is 43-0 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left.
So we'll see if we can get the shutout. I'm not so sure because we're putting these second-string guys in probably on defense too. But
I'm going to go ahead and call shutout.
Gonna call shutout. Okay, I'll call not shutout just to
Actually, the hold looked okay. This is pretty cool. We're watching the game on
watching the delay
on YouTube here. It's like having replays on everything.
Oh, shout out to Josh Nichols, aka Tommy Habtu. Thanks for showing up today.
Can we get In Chester to identify himself?
I don't know who In Chester is, but they have a ton of comments.
On the return for Loyola.
All right, In Chester, time to come out behind your veil of shadows and identify yourself.
They're always there. They're a big fan, I think.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, and if you remember one time, I don't know which game you were commenting on with John Wolf. You called him Wolfie, and now people will identify him as Wolfie in the comments. So that's always good.
Nice.
And they fumble the return there. It looks like.
It's just one terrible thing after another for Loyola.
Why is this? I'm having computer issues. That's the second time. We need like a dedicated Greyhound TV computer. That would be useful.
Yeah. How do you say the brand that is on that computer?
Acer.
Acer.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I've said it. Honestly, this is a $200 netbook I've been using, but it served me very well. So
nice.
Yeah. It was
$200. Double slot for the Dons. Little out route. Ooh. Robert Levine.
Man.
All over that from the strong safety position.
Pass complete to number 21.
So,
Mike Ginsberg.
3-yard gain, though.
Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6.
So Gilman definitely putting in some second, third stringers here. Get some experience.
This is the time of the game where the JV coach gets really nervous because some of my key players dress out for varsity games in case of injury or something, and
On the carry for Loyola.
you just hope
Number
no one
12,
accidentally
quarterback
throws
Jason
them in the
Smith.
game unthinkingly. But
Gain of 5 on the play.
Do you mean just because of injury or just?
32.
yeah, you know, sometimes when you're ahead by this much and you've got a lot of subs in, people get confused about who's supposed to be in, and all of a sudden, you know, you line up and there's only 9 guys on the field, so coaches just sort of grab the guy closest to them and throw him in the game. And it could be the wrong guy, but the coaches
Ooh, man. Wow.
On the quarterback draw.
big hit from
Loyola,
the
number
free
12,
safety
Jason
Oh.
Smith.
there.
3rd and 6 on the play. Loyola ball. 1st and 10.
Who I can't see the number. Is that 21 Carlton Taylor? Who's
21 is not listed
not listed?
unless,
Interesting decision. I'm pretty sure it's Carlton. Big hit there.
yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of concussions, our assembly.
Ooh, throw and catch.
There we go.
Little run
Pass
there.
complete to number 21, Mike Ginsberg. Gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and a long 2.
That the reference that Riley Secor made first and Wyatt picked up onto our assembly yesterday. Chris Nowinski came to Gilman.
Harvard Chris.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah.
He is, I've probably read about him 5 or 6 times before he ever showed up. He is one of the 2 or 3 leading concussion experts in the whole world. And a driving force behind a lot of the rule changes in the NFL, policy changes, the huge class action lawsuit in the NFL. It's his research, his group, that finally got the NFL to admit the connection between concussions and long-term brain damage.
Mm-hmm. And he was also an excellent speaker. That was a great assembly.
It was a great assembly.
Yeah.
Guy's is a wizard, played football at Harvard, was a WWF, now WWE wrestler. All right, the little quarterback's going to scramble around.
And they're moving
Pretty
here.
big game.
They have a little drive here,
They do.
Gain of 12 on the play.
but they're going to see if they can put some points up. Just
Correction, gain of 8 on the
just
play.
to say they did, I think.
2nd and 2.
Well, you always want to score if you're on offense. You know, you always, doesn't matter who's in the game. You want to play well. You want to execute. So that's what they're trying to do here on this last drive. Pressure off the edge. He's gonna run for the 3rd time in a row. Nope, he's gonna throw it. Actually, a good ball to 84, but it went right through his hands.
A pass intended.
So
Number 84.
Jason
Young.
Smith, backup quarterback's playing pretty well on this drive, running around,
3rd and 2.
extending plays. It was a nice throw there. Okay, 3rd and 2 or 3 here.
If I'm not mistaken, that is big Philip Thompson in the game at 65. I think that's
Oh,
Big Phil.
Dvorkin sighting, 67.
There's no way. But Dvorkin's not on the field, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is?
yeah.
And there he is. I want a close-up of Garrett. He
He's-
is on the field in his
he's-
sporting his black sleeves.
He's right next to Phil. He's in
Right.
between Phil and Parks King.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the 3 Musketeers, as they're called, of the defensive line.
yeah.
Looking to put some
Okay,
pressure here.
1st and 10. He's going to air it out. He's throwing towards. Nice defensive break
Yeah.
up there. I'm not sure who's playing that corner. I can't see the number.
19, 18.
Number 6, Will D'Angelo.
Yeah, Josh Askew breaks that up. Nice play by Josh.
Gilman making a few more subs.
Going again. Challenging Josh again.
Oh.
Good coverage.
Almost picked off there.
Cut him off. 30 seconds left. Clock's running. You know, it doesn't stop on any of these incomplete passes. So they're running like they're hurry up, you know, deep strike, Hail Mary, air it out offense, trying to get something going here. But it's, you know, it's hard when the clock doesn't stop and you've thrown it 40 yards down the field. It's hard to get everybody back in the huddle.
So we're going to see one more play here, it looks like.
This is going to be the last play of the game.
Here it is. If they can get it off. And they do. Pressure's there.
Yep. Well, running
And
it's
just
kind of
gonna run a
pointless
little
here.
bit.
He does.
And there
He's
we go.
tackled.
Loyola, number 12.
Number 43, I think that's Min-June.
Smith.
So, there you have it.
Him.
It's in the books, folks.
Yep.
43, Gilman, 0, Loyola. Excellent performance from the Gilman team today. All three phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams, thoroughly dominating. I think that they'll be happy with it.
Yeah, Gilman puts up a shutout for their homecoming game here.
Any final thoughts, Wyatt?
No, I think Gilman delivered pretty much everywhere. There was a bit of sloppiness, but overall it was a pretty strong game from Gilman, and there we go, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Definitely. All right, I want to let we'll end with that.
Yep. All right.
All of you out there in Gilman land, be happy and healthy and